Ever since my sister's son, Ethan, came to stay with me for the summer, strange occurrences began to unfold in our quaint little house by the woods. One evening, as I sat in the living room reading, Ethan emerged from his room with a mischievous grin, clutching a crumpled piece of paper tightly in his small hand. "Uncle Jack," he chirped, waving the drawing in my direction. "Look at what I made." I took the crumpled paper from his outstretched hand and smoothed it out on my lap. The drawing was a childlike recreation of our backyard, with a peculiar figure sketched in the corner. The figure was shrouded in darkness, its features obscured by the lack of detail. "Who's this?" I asked, pointing to the dark figure. Ethan's eyes sparkled with an eerie excitement as he replied, "That's the man who watches me sleep." I forced a laugh, trying to dismiss the unsettling words that slipped from his innocent lips. "That's just your imagination running wild, Ethan. There's no such man here." But Ethan's expression didn't waver. Instead, he shook his head insistently. "No, he's real. He's standing behind you right now." I turned around abruptly, half expecting to find a looming figure lurking in the shadows of the room. But there was nothing there, just the empty hallway stretching ahead. I chuckled nervously, chalking it up to a child's overactive imagination. As the days rolled by, strange things continued to happen. Objects went missing, strange sounds echoed through the halls at night, and an unsettling feeling clung to the air like a damp fog. Each time I tried to bring up these occurrences with Ethan, he would simply smile and say, "The man is watching, Uncle Jack." One night, as I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, sleep eluded me. The clock on my nightstand blinked 3 a.m. in crimson digits, mocking my restless state. A sudden creaking noise jolted me from my thoughts, and my heart began to race in my chest. I strained my ears, listening intently to the ominous sounds that seemed to echo through the walls. Suddenly, a chilling whisper slithered through the darkness, sending shivers down my spine. "He's here." I sat up in bed, my breath catching in my throat. I could sense a presence in the room, an unseen force that lingered in the shadows. The air grew heavy, suffocating, as if something malevolent lurked just beyond my line of sight. With trembling hands I fumbled for the lamp switch, flooding the room with a warm, golden glow. And there, in the corner of the room, stood a figure cloaked in darkness. His eyes glinted with a sinister light, fixed on me with an intensity that made my blood run cold. I opened my mouth to scream, but no sound escaped my lips. I was paralyzed, trapped in the gaze of this unknown entity. "It's time to come with me, Jack," the figure whispered, his voice a hollow echo that reverberated through the room. I scrambled out of bed, my heart pounding in my chest, and bolted for the door. But as I reached for the handle, a sudden gust of wind slammed the door shut, trapping me inside with the looming specter. Panic clawed at my throat as I turned back to face the figure, only to find him gone, vanished into the inky blackness. Drenched in sweat, I stumbled to Ethan's room, my hands shaking as I flung open the door. The room was empty, the bed neatly made, as if Ethan had never been there at all. Frantic, I searched the house from top to bottom, calling out his name in a voice laced with desperation. But there was no sign of him, no trace left behind, as if he had vanished into thin air. With a sinking feeling in my gut, I returned to my room, sinking onto the edge of the bed in defeat. The events of the night swirled around in my mind, blurring the line between reality and nightmare. And as the first dim rays of dawn crept through the windows, I knew that things would never be the same again. Weeks passed, but Ethan never returned. The authorities launched a search, but no clues were found, no leads uncovered. The mysterious figure in the drawing haunted my dreams, his chilling presence a constant reminder of the darkness that had descended upon our lives. And then, one stormy night, as I sat alone in the dimly lit living room, a soft knock echoed through the house. With a sense of foreboding, I made my way to the front door, opening it to reveal a tall, shadowy figure standing on the porch. "I believe you're looking for something," he murmured, his voice tinged with a dark allure. And in his outstretched hand, he held a crumpled piece of paper, a childlike drawing of a boy with eyes that sparkled like emeralds. "He wanted me to give this to you," the figure said, his gaze piercing mine with an intensity that sent a chill down my spine. I took the drawing hesitantly, unfolding it to reveal Ethan's familiar face, his smile bright and carefree. And in that moment, I knew that the boy in the drawing was at peace, free from the shadows that had haunted us both. As the figure turned to leave, a single thought lingered in my mind, a whispered promise that carried on the wind. "He'll always watch over you, Jack. Just as you watch over him."